Do you use low comp keywords in your titles to be found, or a mix of high, medium, and low? So I don't look at the data as much as most people do. I think there's, there's validity in the data for sure, because you don't want to use keywords that nobody's searching for. But if you know your ideal customer and you know your niche, the keywords will become way more obvious. And while you're doing your niche research, and it's different than keyword research. Keyword research is all about the data. Niche research is truly understanding who it is you want to market to, who you want to design for, and how you want to, express that in terms of the SEO, the titles and tags. If you truly understand your niche, everything else kind of falls in line. And the keywords become secondary. And if you look at Etsy stats, I'm going to see if I can pull some up here. So you can see here I've got a design, one listing here that has sold 1,800 plus times for over 47,000. Got another one here that sold 2,000 times for almost 51K. I'll just take the top one here, the lesser of the two evils, and check on stats. Okay, so here's what I wanted you guys to see. So Etsy search, okay, let's just do this. Okay, so I hover over this. So Etsy ads is getting 59% of the listing stats for this past week, right? That's the views, traffic sources. So out of 116 visits in the last 5-6 days, these views, the 60% almost is coming from Etsy ads, excluding app visits. Etsy app and other Etsy pages. So these are visits from the buy on Etsy app, so from the Etsy app and other pages on Etsy.com, including editors' picks, homepage, and favorites. So this could also be favorites that people have favorited themselves, right? So 31% of that. So what do we have here? Like that's 90% already coming from that almost. Etsy search. Visits from organic searches on Etsy, not including promoted listings. This is Etsy organic search. Look at this. 9.5% of visits for this listing, right? So 11 out of 116 visits is coming from organic SEO search. This is what I'm telling you guys. All the stock that people put in, all the data, all the stuff, it's great and it works, and it's absolutely valid, because with a new listing, it's necessary to get eyes on your prize. But once it starts converting, SEO is very, very secondary. It's all about the niche research, your design, and then your SEO. So like doing the niche research so you can compose a good solid design, package it properly, so the listing itself with like design and the t-shirt it's on, the mock-up, how it's presented, and then SEO is like tertiary. It's the third layer, and that's only if it's typically a brand new listing, right? Or like a super hot or a trend, especially. Direct and other search traffic. These are direct visits to your shop, visits from blogs, news sites, and any other website that send traffic to your shop. So, from external, I got one. Etsy marketing and SEO. These are visits from search engines such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing. So this would be typically their off-site ads, or sometimes like showing up in Google search results, right? Which your descriptions have always been indexed for that. And then social media. Well, no secret, I don't do a ton of social media. I have a couple Facebook groups that I post memes in. Created like a Instagram account like 10 or 12 years ago, and I'm terrible at it. I loathe social media, not fun. We're still gonna put out a calendar so you can kind of help schedule stuff, but not something I believe you need, and not something that I've ever needed personally, so I know you don't need it. It's just, things. These are things that'll help social media, of course, but are they necessary? Clearly not. So Etsy ads is driving the traffic on this one. Etsy app, editors picks, homepage. So once they get sales momentum, Etsy just starts pushing your stuff, right? It's like Etsy search, though. You got to see this, right? 9.5% visits from organic searches on Etsy. That's organic searches. This is where your SEO matters, right? That's it. So I'll take you back now, and we'll look at the second one just for comparison. Make sure we're not making a liar out of me. So this is now the one that had almost 51,000 view stats. All right. Oh boy, look at this. So Etsy ads 60%. Same thing, 30%. Etsy search, this is even low. So this is like, it's showing I'm getting only got 74 visits this past week on this one. But Etsy search, I had two visits from Etsy search, right? Etsy marketing and SEO, it's Etsy's marketing. Social media, again, 0, but direct and other traffic. So these are, visits from blogs, people who, other websites that have sent traffic. So if you got featured somewhere or whatever. But again, Etsy search, out of 74 visits, 2 of them. Know what I mean? So this is what I mean when you need to do your niche research. I can't express this enough. It's niche research, design, and SEO, right? Those are the 3 things you need. Everything else is kind of like fluff, but SEO, has its place, but it's also not the most important. But you can't ignore it. You need to know what you're doing. But if you know your niche research and you know who you want to target, the rest, the SEO, falls into place. It becomes easy. I can't stress that enough. So great question. I'm glad I got to address that. So in terms of a mix of high, medium, and low, I do whatever my niche research tells me that the customer is going to type in the search bar, regardless of data. I'll take maybe 2 or 3 of the top high ranking, like the high search volume ones. That's pretty much it. And then the other ones, I'll just try things that I think would make the most sense for that niche. But again, like if you're niched at all, you're going to be able to, leverage a lot of keywords that work already, right? So you're going to be building on top of success. And when customers come back and ask for your stuff, you can be able to see what certain keywords they're searching for, right? So you can just keep using those. Long way to say, niche research is number 1. SEO research is number 3 of 3 things.